healing is not about getting rid of something. It's about meeting it and embracing it and making it part of us and allowing that love that we can shower it with, we can embrace it with, we can hold it with, to just bring it home and make it part of us instead of something separate that we're in conflict with and out of resolution with. Okay. So, I thought we'd do something a little bit different at this time as well. So we're going to open up the space as usual. And when we come to the new great invocation, I'll bring it up on the screen. I'll do a screen share so you can open your eyes and actually recite it with me if you wish. When we've dedicated the space, because this is a gift for you, this is your gift to you, and this is what we're asking the angelic energy for. And one of the most loving things we can do for ourselves is to give ourselves a loving, gentle massage. And there's a trace of all the tension that we hold in our face. It might be the muscles of the jawbone that are holding what we haven't said, or the untruth that we said, or the denial. It might be something in the center of the face which is holding tension, or in the forehead where we're trying to understand something or been worrying about something, and there's these worry tension lines, and whether there's actual lines there or not, that is where we hold the tension. So when we've opened up the space, going to talk you through and invite you to just do sometimes deep, but sometimes very soft face massage in a very loving way for yourself, this kindness to yourself. And then we'll place the hands on the left hand on the higher heart. Obviously you can't hold the crystal when you're doing your face massage, but when we do the healing, you can hold the crystal in whichever hand you want and place it against the higher heart center or against the solar plexus, whichever feels right for you, whichever hand, or neither hand, just leave it in front of you is also okay. So we'll put our hands in the healing position for ourselves, and then and just connect to consciousness. And then allow the most perfect angelic energy to be there. Just get the manual. So please allow your eyes to close. And a reminder that I might be saying this, but you are responsible for affirming this for your space where you are. So invite you not to just listen, but to silently repeat what I say in your own consciousness and affirm it to the room and the space where you are. I call forth and invoke the planetary and cosmic spiritual hierarchy to establish and activate a gigantic ascension column in this room. I ask that it be connected to a gigantic pillar of light. And to individually and to us as a group, our individual and cosmic Antikaranus. Antikarana is the tube of light that connects us with our monad and higher self. I call forth and invoke the Lord Melchizedek, the Mahatma and Metatron, to bring through this space, through each of us, our room and the building, a platinum net of light. Platinum is the highest frequency colour available to Earth and very cleansing. The only higher frequency is the clear light of the divine, which has no colour. The platinum net will clear each of us, our rooms, the whole of us as a group, and our buildings of any negative and imbalanced energies on all levels. I now call again to the planetary and cosmic hierarchy for a planetary and cosmic axitonal alignment now. This will balance all meridians and instantly align our energies with the divine and the consciousness of the spiritual hierarchy on all levels. I now again call to the spiritual hierarchy and inner plane ascended masters to anchor and activate the golden white ascension flame. The source of this flame is in the spiritual ashram of Serapis Bay in Luxor Temple in Egypt. If you wish, you can ask for a permanent anchoring of that flame. Invoke into our spaces the pattern, the matrix of creation, through the names of the archangels of the tree of life. So invoke into our spaces the energy, the principle, the divine expression that is the archangel Metatron. I also use the name of El Shaddai, of the archangels Ratziel and Zafkiel, Zadkiel and Haniel, Raphael, Haniel, Michael, Gabriel and Sandalphon. We acknowledge and welcome all of the ascended masters. And these are people that have had an incarnation on earth, some quite recently, some a long time ago, some in other countries and cultures that we don't know. But they took their ascension as they died. They took their ascension, or perhaps they took their ascension during their life. And what that means is that they dropped the identity, self, as being the personality, and lived knowing that their true identity is a divine expression. And we thank any galactic masters that are present. Also honor the earth the earth that brings us new beginnings each day. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're really breaking into spring, bringing new beginnings. And that is how it is. It is the equinox. It was Saturday, but we're very much still in the equinox energy. This is halfway between the middle of the cycle. At its equinox is equal. This is when the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn or the Tropic of Cancer. So in the Northern Hemisphere, it is our spring, the energy of new beginnings, wood energy. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the turning towards the dark and the entering of autumn and winter. But it is the major time of transition. And part of transition is the feeling of a new beginning. And the seasons and the changes and the days, the rising of the sun, the setting of the sun, is the divine expression of rhythm and cycles. The earth brings us our food, our homes, brings us nurturance and safety. I invite you now to say with me, if you wish, or just listen, the soul and monad mantra. As I said, ascension is that transition to living from the divine self, not the temporary personality self that got developed in this lifetime and is what dies, to some extent anyway, depending on the nature of death. But the truth is, I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. I am the monad. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. Now call forth the Archangel Michael and his legions of angels to create a golden dome of protection around each of us, around our homes, our space, our buildings, our area. The Archangel Michael serves on the first ray, and his specific function is to provide protection and transmutation. On the screen now is the Great Invocation if you want to read it with me. From the point of light that I am, I let light stream forth from the mind of God. Earth radiates with light. From the point of love within the heart of God, I let love stream forth from my heart. I am the Christed soul on earth. From my center, where the will of God is known, I let divine purpose guide me, the purpose which all masters know and serve. From the center of the divine human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May love seal the door where evil dwells. I am the light and love and power, living God's plan on earth. and staying with your eyes shut, and invite you to have an intention. So this is a new beginning. This is the equinox. And we will be moving into the sign of Aries, and it's about ideas and thoughts and minds. It's one of the aspects. So I invite you to gently and lovingly remove from your face the tension of everything, the link, the energy of everything that you wish to let go of. And first of all, going to the place where the muscles hold the jaw. And you may want to go in quite deeply at first. And every time we don't say what is our truth, then the tension builds up here. Every time we say something that's without awareness and without love, a tension builds up here. And if you do it quite deeply at first and with a circular motion, and perhaps holding an affirmation to lovingly speaking your own truth where appropriate. And then coming down the jawline to the chin and massaging it. So they're only small places. It's not about big movements like we might do on the back. They're just small movements along the line of the jaw coming through to the chin. And lovingly just feel the touch, be aware of that contact. And then placing your hands at the side of your nose and just gently smoothing out to the side so that your face is more open. You give yourself permission to totally let the world see you and to fully express everything you are out in that world. As your face becomes more open and broader and expressing more of who you are, gently just stroke and open your face. Taking your hands now to your forehead, and perhaps at first with quite a lot of pressure and a circular movement just above the eyebrows, and easing out the worries, the thoughts, the fears, the anticipations, all the times when we have had the idea that we are responsible, that our thoughts, our head has to sort it out, has to find the answer instead of just trusting. And then just very softly, very gently, letting your hands come down from the very top to the very bottom of your face, like a blessing. Perhaps just under the chin, around the neck. And let your hands now settle with your left hand on the higher heart center and your right hand on the solar plexus, connecting the higher self, soul wisdom, to the seat of the incarnation, which is the solar plexus, the formation and expression of the personality. We're not here to get rid of the personality. We, in fact, are here to give it full expression, but not to regard it as our identity, self. It's not who we are. It's the part we play. It's the game we play in this temporary, very short, very insignificant, in some ways, time on earth. And if you have a very particular prayer or intent for this healing for yourself, for this new beginning, or something that has happened in the winter part or in the summer part, in the last part of the cycle between Christmas and now, for which you can express gratitude, acknowledge and be grateful for it. And gratitude does not depend on how big something was. It can be simply with the smallest thing that we can feel that gratitude. And sometimes that's the sweetest. And allow now the most perfect angelic presence for you. Remember, this is very unlikely to be a specific angel. It will be the most perfect designer energy that interfaces with your energy. It is specially designed and perfect for you. It's a unique divine blessing. And let that energy flow through your hands and soak into your consciousness. Breathe it, melt into it. As we start to bring this to a close, and if there is anything that the angelic presence, anything specific that would be appropriate to bring, then please do that now. And we express gratitude for everything that we've received. And I ask the Archangel Michael to ground this healing in the here and now, and to close any dimensions, seal the dimensions. And we offer our gratitude for that service. We now connect to the angelic presences that are here, and with gratitude dismiss the energy to return from whence it came. And as that energy melts away, we're very much more aware of ourselves. When you feel ready, I invite you to express your own gratitude, your own thanks, and then to relax your hands onto your lap. And open your eyes when you're ready.